The Taylor Toss-Up on KRBE.
Look at that, my friends. The Taylor Toss-Up. I said, well, I don't know when it's going to happen. Well, now we know.
And people listening knew that are insiders.
The insiders were like, come on, Roula. You don't know. We know it's happening now. All right, here's what you have to do. Because we only have 5 chances left, and we're pulling the grand prize winner on Monday at 7:40. You got to listen to this Taylor Toss-Up, identify the 3 songs in order with the correct titles. We'll make you a finalist for the Miami Eras Tour. Here is the toss-up you are trying to identify.
Good luck with that.
833-390-KRBE. 833-390-KRBE. We're looking for caller 104. And as we look for caller 104, let me tell you about another experience KRBE is giving you. Sabrina Carpenter is going to be here October 27th at the Toyota Center.
Love this. One contest ends.
Another one begins. Because at 7:40 on Monday, we'll do the grand prize for the Eras Tour. And then at 8 o'clock on Monday starts the Sabrina. It's called Say It for Sabrina. So 8 o'clock in the morning, we are going to give you a phrase. And then you've got 4 chances to repeat that phrase, to be the right caller where you're going to repeat that phrase. 9 a.m., noon, 3 p.m., and 5 p.m. is when we're going to ask you to call in for the phrase of the day. If you know the phrase, you're a finalist for the VIP experience for the Sabrina Carpenter
So don't
Tour.
miss it at 8. And yes, your friend could be like, I missed it. Could you text it to me? No. Unless you're going to give me
Unless you're
going to let me be, a +1.
Exactly, because it's for 2.
Yeah.
So Say It for Sabrina kicks off on Monday at 8 a.m. And I just feel like it's like really like this is like the generation of a lot of girl pop stars that are strong. I mean, look at how crazy it was, Eric, like with our kids, with Sabrina. I mean, not Sabrina, Olivia Rodrigo, right? I mean, so many girls went crazy for Olivia Rodrigo, right?
Oh, yeah.
You got Taylor's tour going. You got Sabrina's tour going. That's a lot. I mean, that's 3 within a span of like within 2 years. That's more than I remember for a while in pop music.
Yeah, I feel like if you got kids from 10 to 25, 30...
They're like crazy for it.
They're just having a great run right now. Who was here last week? Grace Abrams?
Oh, I don't know.
Was it last Friday night?
Ooh.
I think my daughter went to that show. My wife dropped her off.
Yeah, we've been playing one of her songs.
That show was, I think it was at 713.
Drawing a blank.
Well, my Olivia Rodrigo memory is a little marred because I jumped around with my kids. They were having fun. And I lost one of my favorite earrings.
Yeah, Close to You. Sorry, is the Gracie
Abrams
song that we have been playing here on KRBE.
Not Stacey Abrams.
No, I don't know.
Or Leslie Abramson. She's the attorney for the Menendez brothers.
Oh, yes.
I
finally finished that, by the way.
Did you?
Maybe during Celebrity Scoop, if we need some filler,
Right.
we can chit-chat about that.
I'm hoping, with all these chances to see Sabrina, how awesome is that? If you could be in the suite, the KRB suite.
Yes. And you have a chauffeur that brings you to and from. I almost said drinks you. Brings you to and from.
There are drinks in there sometimes.
I mean, but depending on the winners.
And they have different ages, so
You gotta be 21, though.
you get a good
to
shot
enjoy
at it.
drinks.
Okay, so again, 833-390-KRBE. I'm most quickly going to get caller 104. We'll let you identify the Taylor toss-up. Only 5 chances today, right? So this is going to be the first chance.
Here we go.
And what line is it? Okay,
Alexis.
Alexis, you're caller 104. Congratulations.
Are you kidding?
Yeah.
Alexis. All right, we're going to play the Taylor toss-up for you, Alexis, and then Eric's going to cue you for your 15-second timer to identify 3 songs to make you one of the final finalists.
So listen carefully, okay?
All right, here is the Taylor toss-up. Alexis.
Take a deep breath.
Eric will cue you.
3, 2, 1, go.
Change, dress. This is me trying.
Oh my God!
5 seconds. Oh!
Wow.
Oh!
Alexis!
That was
Oh
awesome.
my gosh, I'm gonna cry.
Alexis! You got it!
Dang.
You are one of the final finalists.
That's crazy.
Oh my
went to the last
gosh,
day.
Alexis.
Wow.
That is so exciting. Do you already, if you win the grand prize, do you already know who you're going to go to the show with? Or is somebody going to be clawing their way to be on your top of your list?
My best friend Emily.
Did y'all work on that together?
Well, we've been working on it together for weeks, but this is the first time I've heard this toss up. Was this the first time y'all played it?
Yep. That's
Oh my
impressive.
God, you are a genius.
I would
Oh my gosh, that's so crazy. I did not think y'all were going to pick up the phone.
That is unbelievable. I'm super proud of you. Happy Friday to you, Alexis.
Hopefully we talk to you on Monday.
Of the last 5 finalists, you got the first slot of the 5 that are left. So your name is in there.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for listening to the show. And, good luck to everybody who's in that the running with you. Hang on. Let me let Ahmad get your information so you can get about your day. 4 more chances today for the Taylor toss-up. Is the last 4 chances to be the finalist. Monday morning, 7:40, we are going to call the person that wins this trip to Miami for the Eras Tour with hotel, with airfare, with tickets to the show.
Poor Ahmad. All weekend, he's going to be worried about Monday at 7:40. He's going to be hoping this person is excited.
Can we put it out there now?
Please.
A little sidebar, a little behind the curtain, sneak peek. In the past here on the Roula and Ryan show, we haven't had the best luck with giving away something major and having somebody not be in shock and silent.
Yeah.
They're in shock and they can't talk. And we've given away $25,000 before, and the woman was basically catatonic.
Like TV, it's easy because you can see their face and you can see how they're excited. But
so
radio, you kind of need to make some sound.
If you're in the running for the Eras Tour and the call comes your way on Monday, just be prepared to lose your mind, lose your marbles. That's what we want to hear. If you don't, I'll have to do it for you, and you don't want to hear that. Coming up next, tipping fatigue. I know we've had it with the iPad turnaround, but oh my gosh, do you know how much of your money you are giving away because you feel so pressured even to give $1 or $2?
We're going to make you angry on a Friday. You're going to be mad. Kevin, you could have afforded another house with all the tip money you're giving away.
What?
Probably.
I am not tipping at Subway.
We'll talk about it next on the
my
Roula and Ryan
gosh.
show. Man,
But
that's
this is way
crazy.
before then.
And if you missed it, we're doing Say It for Sabrina on Monday, 8 o'clock. We'll give you a phrase. Just one time of the day, you get the phrase, and then you have 4 chances to try and be a winner. 9 a.m., noon, 3 p.m., 5 p.m. We'll make you a finalist for a 4-pack of tickets to Sabrina's tour when it comes here at the end of October to sit in the KRBE suite and get driven to the show in a limousine.
It'll be fun.
Limousine. M-O-U.
Limo.
Limousine. Anyway, okay. So I was saying off the air that yesterday I went somewhere to grab something to eat. I'd never been there before, and I didn't know how it worked. Now, I think a lot of people go to familiar places, so you know how it works. If you're going to go to like a Jimmy John's, they're going to make a sandwich freaky fast, so they're going to give it to you. If you go to Cafe Express, you're going to order at the counter, and then you have a number, and they bring it to you, or you take your own food. You go to Pappas Burger, there's a full server there. You just order yourself, sit down, and from there, a server takes over. So we're trying to figure out how to tip here. Where I went, I asked them that because the tips started at 18%. The choices were 18%, 20%, 22%. And so I said, do I come back up to the counter and pick it up myself, or how does that work? Oh, no, we bring it to you. I go, okay. So I still was like, 18%, they're just going to drop it off.
To walk the food.
I go, I just want to give $5. And so I gave $5
you
and I
feel guilty
felt the
about it?
heat like they're going to say she only gave $5. Well, the guy, that's all he did. He dropped off the sandwich and he dropped off the salad, and I never saw anybody again. I needed a napkin and I had to go find one. And I had given $5 for that. So a lot of us are feeling annoyed because the goodness of our hearts, many of us are great tippers. I feel like I love to take care of somebody who does a great job, and I used to wait tables. I know the hell of being stiffed. I 100% know the hell of being stiffed
You
as
feel
a server.
double the guilt. That's why.
Right, I'm just like,
Yeah.
okay, but at the same time, guys, I know that this is getting ridiculous.
If you don't feel guilt, like me, I feel like they're going to spit my food or not give me
Yes.
what I want.
Oh my god!
Because I feel when they turn that around, I'm like, wait, they're still making my food in there. Is there a machine that they can see? When
No,
I'm-
I don't think so.
Or is it
From
just-
what I
you know what I mean?
understand, they don't see if you actually hit that button. All they know is that they get that money split amongst themselves for the shift that they worked. That
They
you came
don't
in
even
for.
know how much they're getting. So the owner could be like, yeah, we're just
they
going
could.
to say 15% for everybody.
Oh, by the way,
Keep an extra 10.
in case you haven't been to an Astros game yet, you might go for the playoffs. On Sunday, I went with my family and I got 2 bottles of water and a bag of peanuts. And before I could, and it was a cashless thing, so before I could get the tap to go, it wanted me to pick a tip.
Yeah.
And I was like, no, I'm saying no. I
they
grabbed the
just
water bottles myself.
Handed you. They didn't even hand it to you. You just paid for it.
Yes, the
It
peanuts
was all
are right there. The guy just gave me the bag of peanuts from the counter next to
leave the
me, and
cap
I
on?
grabbed the water bottles from the cooler.
Some places take the caps off, like a
Oh,
tourist
no,
center.
they don't take the caps off.
I went to a
Minute
concert
Maid.
there a couple weeks ago, and they took the cap off my water.
Yeah, they won't give you the caps because you can use that as a missile and throw it on the stage.
What?
Yes.
I mean, I
At
get that,
Toyota
but that's
Center,
ridiculous.
they won't give you caps. They pour it in a
I'm
cup
gonna
or they give
knock
you
my
yeah.
water over.
Exactly right.
That's what I'm saying.
Terrible idea.
Your $8 water is on the floor now. Anyway, so here's the stat, guys. The average person has tipped 40 times. 40 times when we did not think it was necessary.
Oh yeah.
I feel like it's more than that.
Yep. I feel like it's 100%.
When did this start? 2.5 years ago?
Oh no, it's
Was it before
it's been-
COVID?
I think it's been
I
before.
feel like
COVID.
It's after COVID.
I don't remember. I
don't
feel like
remember
it was
before
after.
COVID.
I don't feel like we griped about this that much.
60% of people, Eric, say they are
19.
fed up with being asked to tip for different services at various businesses. And around the same percentage, about 61%, feel the pressure to tip. And the tipping fatigue is dragging down the average tip. 38% of people say they usually tip restaurant servers 20 or more, but that's been down now for from 2 years ago. 30% say they'll do 10% or less. I don't know why you're doing that at a restaurant if the server is serving you, but okay.
Yeah,
Overall, 61% of people are willing to pay more for restaurant meals to help facilitate higher wages for staff and eliminate tipping altogether. I don't know how Europe does it on how they pay their servers, but no tipping in Europe. Still is the case.
Because that little coin, whatever that little dollar thing is, their money.
The euros, you mean?
Yeah, the euro.
Yeah, the euros.
I remember the niece were there last year. They're like, here, Eric, just give them this little
Like
coin,
a euro.
Euro thing.
Because here's my thing, and I think this is a hell that most servers still know.
You'll offend them. I'm like,
Yeah, that's what I heard.
Like, what the
They're
offend them?
offended
They're like,
by
what are
tips.
you doing?
Yeah.
So
I'll
the
be
hell that
offended
you
by
know
that.
as a server is when we have people from Europe who are visiting Houston, and you're waiting on that table. Unless the customer tells you keep the change, you have to bring it back. Right? Most people are doing credit card, but in my waitressing days, it was 70-30 credit cards versus cash. So I had a table of 4 foreigners. I'm not sure where they were from, and I knew where they live. They don't tip. And so I had to bring back, they gave $100 bill for, I think it was like maybe a $80-something meal. I can't remember. It would have been like if one of us had done it, you would have probably said, keep the change. But I knew they hadn't said that and I knew they didn't know. I bring back the change and they take it and they leave. And I got stiffed. I got 0. And I was like, oh gosh, how can you tell them without offending them? But at the same time, like I bet they would feel bad if they knew I just got stiffed.
A lot of restaurants have on their menus, like in Miami and stuff. I know Miami had a lot of problems with that back in the day. Because a lot of people would go
They just
there.
add the tip.
They add the tip, or they put signs there say tipping.
Well, now restaurant
20%,
receipts will help
18%.
you along. 18% is this much tip, 15%. They'll tell you how much the tip is, do your own math.
Sometimes I don't believe those calculations.
Really?
Like
All you gotta do is-
service fee? You better not service fee me. I'll service my ass right up out of
Oh,
here.
if you see a service fee, by the way, you should ask them, oh, what's the service fee? Is that your tip? Because sometimes the service fee, I'm not really sure what that's for. Like, where's an example,
Like
Kev, that
Pizza
you've
Hut.
seen
We
a
We were just
service
in
fee?
San Diego, and I feel like there was a service fee in one of my.
Did you ask them what it's for?
No, I
Sam?
just assumed that was their tip, and I was like, okay.
Pizza Hut does that when you order the delivery. They have the drivers. They charge you like $4 or $5.
Yeah.
And you still got a tip. And that's not
On top of that, because
that-
that's
that
not
just
their
go-
tip.
that just goes
They even
to-
put that on the pizza boxes.
Yeah, that goes to
Service fee is
pizza
not
place.
their tip.
Oh, yeah.
I'm like, where's that money come from?
Right.
You're getting the money for the pizza. I'll take care of the driver, but where's this $4 going
Yeah.
to?
Have you guys ever ordered a
Weird.
pizza while you were staying in a hotel for any reason?
No.
Yes.
Okay, did you tip the pizza guy or did you tip the person that brought the pizza to your door? Because on the app, you tip the pizza people. But if they're not the ones bringing it to your hotel room door, Ahmad, what'd you do?
I usually always just have like a $5 or something and I hand it to the guy that hands it to me or the girl.
So you don't do it on the app?
No.
Okay.
I never do that because I feel like the manager or somebody takes
Plus, he
it.
stays at those hotels that like the motels.
Hey,
They're outside.
hold on now.
I know where you're.
I
hanging out.
have the Rose toilet paper too.
Oh, the road.
We're talking about roses out of paper toilet because we were saying like kids that travel for sports, you're staying in a hotel and you're going to order pizza. Like I remember when we were driving from Colorado back to Houston, we were in not El Paso. What am I saying? What's on the panhandle? Oh my God, y'all! What's the city you stop in because it's too tiring to keep going?
Odessa?
No, we're in the top. We're coming from Colorado in the top of the panhandle. I can't remember the name of the city. I can't remember the name of the city. Anyway, we stayed there.
Texarkana.
No, it's in Texas. Anyway, we stayed there.
Oakland, Texas.
And maybe it was Amarillo. I don't know. But we had to order the pizza, and the hotel wouldn't let the pizza guy come to the door. So so on the app, I had tipped on the Papa John's app, but then when the bell guy came to the door, I was like, oh, hold on, let me give you $3.
That's nice of you.
But I didn't. I was like, oh, that's like a double tip. Anyway, I don't do it often, but that was a thing because I know sports parents travel. And
Someone
stuff.
text me if you work at a place where, like a sandwich place, and you're making our sandwich. Do you even know about these tips?
Yeah.
Oh, yes. Please text us 37530. If you're working in a place where you're making
Like
the
Jersey Mike's.
sandwiches.
I love Jersey Mike's, and I'll go there. I put my little number in there, my phone number.
Oh, yes.
Get my
Points.
Kev
extra.
has so many points.
Yeah.
I have like
They
two.
also know him.
I'm gonna put
personally
Kevin's
there.
phone. I'm gonna put Kevin's phone number in the one on Kirby.
And take
And
it.
get your free sandwich.
No, it's just the one right there off Westheimer.
Hey, stop! Don't tell
That
him about
happened
my.
on Revenge. Didn't
Yeah.
that girl steal that guy's
Oh, yes.
thousands of points?
Yes, 'cause
and
he
they all
was-
had sandwiches?
Oh, hell
Yeah,
yeah.
he was sending out her like Hulu codes.
Yes,
stuff.
and
Yeah.
he was
All right.
hoarding his sandwich
I'm gonna
points,
try it.
and she ate all the sandwiches.
I'm gonna
for
try
free.
it today. I'm gonna go there and grab one.
You know what? It's actually
Will it work?
it's my Google Voice number, which I don't think you
dang
know
it.
that one.
Uh-oh.
Oh man.
Yeah, because they know
Yeah.
Kev, so Kev couldn't give them his personal.
They know you at the Jersey Mike's.
Yes.
When Kev and I went, they
That's
were
what-
like, "Oh my gosh, is that special K? Wait, you're Sam?"
They're like,
It's like,
we know that laugh.
"Hi."
Oh, I thought it was maybe you went there. That's
fine.
You
Sorry.
were there too many times.
Yeah,
You know,
that's what I thought.
Well, after they spotted me once, now they know me.
Now they know.
and- Yeah.
Hope they probably watched
Should
you
we
eat.
all-
They're probably making fun of him. Like, look at this guy. All that food on his chin.
Should we all
Dripping
go out
down.
for a sandwich after the show? It's
Clean
my
up.
treat. Y'all want to go for sandwiches? I'll put it on
Yes,
my number.
yes.
And I'll buy all of your
Christmas
sandwiches,
lunch.
and then I get all the credit.
Yes.
As long as you
But you
tip,
still
it's
I
get
was
free
going to go to
sandwich.
the gym, but I
I'm
We
guess
can
supposed
go
to
get a sandwich,
I gotta go
Sam.
to the gym today.
Sandwiches with Sam.
Oh yeah.
Duh.
Hello.
Have to do that.
So if you're just tuning into the Roula and Ryan show, you have tipped 40 times when you didn't think it was necessary. And if you have guilt or anger about it, you are not alone. So I just feel like maybe we have to just start going just real bold with it. Like, no, skip. Signed.
Just don't feel guilty. I hate that feeling every time, every day.
Yeah.
You have to feel like you. It's like when I was in college in Chicago. I had no money, and every day, if I left my house, I had to pay for something to ride the L, to go downtown. Anything I did, I had to have something. $5, $3. It just wears on you, especially when you have no money.
Well, my Aunt Dot would always say, "Honey, you spend money the moment you set your foot out the door. That's why I don't go nowhere."
I like that.
True.
And now in your
Oh,
house,
Dot.
Netflix and all this stuff. I found out my wife has a Netflix account too. I'm like, when did she use mine? I'm like, wait, we have two accounts?
Oh, let me add new user.
I know you could.
Add your user. The trick is
Because when you
just-
download, you can only download so much. You know how
Yeah.
when you go on a trip with 4 kids, everybody wants to download like 20 things.
Oh, right.
So if you all on one, they give you only so much data.
You're right. You're right. So you
That's
have
why
two.
she downloaded the other one.
Well, that's better than what I did, Eric. I'm going to top you on that.
Oh, no.
I had HBO Max when HBO Max came out, and I was like, okay, I have an HBO Max, and then we got like I don't know, maybe a new phone on the plan or something. It's like, oh, sign up for Max. We have 2 Max accounts, and I was like, wait a second, I'm paying for 2 under my name of the same person, so I had to figure out how to cancel one out. You got to make like reminders in your calendar.
Yeah.
3-day free trial. Ding, 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 ding. Today's the 3rd day. Cancel it. Cancel it. Cancel it.
I
Apple
canceled
Plus TV.
Paramount. I canceled it, and they wouldn't let me cancel. They said, you know what? We're going to keep you. I'll give you 3 months, $2 a month.
They always try to trick
And then I
you
did
into
that, and I
staying.
forgot. So I've had it.
Oh, my gosh.
Just to watch Tulsa King. That's the only thing that's on.
I
there.
hear it's good.
But you didn't? Did you finish watching it?
The second season just came out.
Oh, well, good luck with that. Coming up next, how about some money? $104 from The Masked Singer on Fox. Wednesday nights on Fox 26 are all about guessing and gameplay and singing and fun. Masked Singer and The Floor. So here's what we need. 2 contestants who just know music, general music. You don't even have to identify the song. Just the artist that we have pitched up or pitched down. It's a hit song, but can you identify it? If you can, and you win the game, it's $104 for you. The number you're going to call is 833-390-KRBE. Let's give away some money. Next on the Roula and Ryan Show. Work. Okay, in case you missed this earlier, we were talking to Larry Levine. Who's Larry Levine? Larry Levine is a prison consultant. If you are going to go to prison, you are in trouble, and you are going to be arraigned and tried and probably going to go to prison for all the terrible things you've done. Larry Levine is who you want. He's the founder of Wall Street Prison Consultants. You can hear the full conversation we had with him at 7:40 this morning in the 7 o'clock hour of the podcast later on. But I wanted to play this little highlight clip because what Larry Levine predicted could happen to Sean Combs, Puff Daddy, P.
Remember,
Diddy
he-
in prison.
He predicted Epstein, what would happen to him.
Jeffrey Epstein died in prison. They claimed it was a suicide, but
Suicide.
there were a lot of important people that had too much fun illegally with Jeffrey Epstein to be revealed. And so a lot of people say the conspiracy theory, sinister plot is that he was murdered.
And
to silence
Larry's
him.
been in federal prison. He was there for like 10 years.
He was a bad guy.
And he
Real
was
bad guy.
a bad guy. He admits he was in the mob and
Racketeering,
stuff.
securities fraud, obstruction of justice, helping the mob, narcotics trafficking.
He's no angel.
No. He has served at 11 federal correctional institutions across various security levels in 5 different states.
He said 11?
11.
Oh, man.
11.
He's kind of charming. I don't know.
He's a character, man.
Okay, so he's a prison consultant, and he was giving us his 2 cents on what he thinks could happen. Because let me just set it up before you play this clip. We were saying Puff Daddy has had the world at his feet for his whole public life. Right now, he is confined to the size of a closet.
Went from a billionaire to...
And he is staying in that closet until he finds trial day. Trial day won't come for maybe at least 1.5 years to 2 years. So what's going to happen? They give them drugs, psych drugs, to basically zombify them, because think of what your anxiety is if you're in there. And then this is what Larry Levine predicts could happen.
I'm going to save this audio just in case.
Here's what they'll do. They can't do the suicide route because it's too obvious. Now, imagine this. This is conceivable. These cops that work in there, these correctional officers, and they hate when I say this, but I know the mindset. They don't make a lot of money, okay? I'm not saying they're in poverty. They're jealous of the inmates that have money. Imagine somebody on the outside who's a billionaire, whatever, goes and pays off someone that works there, that works in food service, and they go and sprinkle some stuff in P. Daddy's food. Give them a little bit every day, and all of a sudden, P. Daddy has a heart attack and drops dead. They don't find anything in the autopsy, and they've done that nice and clean, haven't they?
Whoa.
P. Daddy.
Sean
He has
Coombs.
4 different names.
You call him Sean
You can
Coombs.
tell he doesn't care about...
Yeah. Larry, that's really, something.
I think my...
Totally plausible.
And everybody would be like, well, I could see you having a heart attack.
From the stress of being in there.
Being in there for years.
Larry Levine's book is called Lies My Lawyer Told Me. And he
Comes out in
is...
mid-October.
Yeah.
We're going to do a raw feed with him because he talks a lot.
And says a lot of bad words.
Yeah, he curses a
Lot of
lot,
bad
so we
words.
got to be careful.
Trying to steal my job.
Yeah, and for those that may have missed Eric saying this earlier, like Larry became an advocate for prisoners within the prisons. And he did a lot of reading, and he knew a lot about the law. And he was helping prisoners get the right things or get out this way or call prisons and wardens out on bad
He had
behavior.
6 months left, guys. And they said, we want you to leave. You're causing too much trouble here.
Just
leave.
get out of here. They kept moving him.
And
They
he
kept
said
moving
no.
him.
He stayed. He goes, nope, I'm telling you what I'm going to do. This. I'm not leaving.
So did he get people in trouble at the prison?
No, because what he would do is like one of the examples he gave us, Kevin, was that they were in a low security federal prison, and there's like all these different levels, right? Like super low,
I think it was
medium,
LA or
high.
somewhere area.
Yeah.
And the low security prison guys don't live a life like a high security prison where you're real confined and stuff. And they moved them all to a high security prison place. And they're like, well, that's just where you're going to be now, whether you like it or not. What are you going to do? Sue us? So Larry Levine filed a class action lawsuit against the prison
Think about it.
on behalf of 650 inmates. They all looked at him and said, what are we going to do, Larry?
And there's a lot of smart lawyers in there that...
He used the
lawyer.
lawyers
It's almost like
that had been disbarred that were inmates.
Oh.
Because who's in the federal prison?
Yeah.
People who had white collar jobs.
Yeah.
So he banded together the disbarred attorneys, and then he read the stuff, and together they successfully sued the prison class action
And
to get them back to the low security prison.
That's why he's moved around 11 different prisons because he was causing so much trouble.
They keep moving him.
Not like trouble like fights and stuff, but causing...
Like you're a headache
lawsuits.
for us for
That's
our paperwork.
a criminal mastermind right there.
I mean, really, it's like the movie Catch Me If You Can, where the FBI and ended up employing Frank Abagnale for all his check stealing techniques.
Yeah.
Because if anybody's going to catch a check stealer, it's an expert check stealer. So it's like that with Larry Levine. It's really interesting. So it's called Lies My Lawyer Told Me, and we'll talk to him later on our off feed. We'll let y'all know when we have him on. But right now we want to kick off the weekend with Special K and the Friday Free-For-All. What you got?
I have this incredibly consequential mix of Simple Minds' Don't You Forget About Me. I know it's a throwback song, but this takes this...
The Breakfast Club song.
Yes, by the Simple Minds, obviously. Also, Charlie XCX, Black Eyed Peas, Sabrina Carpenter
Nice.
for Eric, and Ariana Grande.
All right, we're going to hear it next on the Roula and Ryan Show. Let's get the weekend going, guys.